Hello everyone, hope everyone's alright and having a nice morning. Just thought I'd come on for a little bit. After being on the other channel, I'm not ready to go to sleep just yet. I thought I'd leave it a little bit. I've got to make a phone call shortly. And so we'll just have a little bit more of a chat. It was interesting on arts. I'll let some people come in. Sorry about that. I just had to make a little phone call. You couldn't find me, Tony. Were you here? Hey Kenzie, nice to see you. Oh bloody gadgets, lol. Tony's coming here to shoot me down like an old pigeon. Disturbing, mate. Disturbing. Well, there's four of us, and I think there's a shadow watcher. But anyway, nice to see you, Kenzie. I'm not sure what you was referring to when you said about what I said earlier. I'm not sure whether that was about your neighbour or whatever. Art said he'll come in for 5 minutes, so whether he does or not, I do not know. Let's have a look. No, I just thought to get it going, because I do know a few people are up at this time, and they usually don't mind a chat. It's before they go to bed because they work at night, so. So have you got a big loft then, Tony? How many birds have you got? And Kenzie, I can't believe you said you've never been loved, or you never felt like you've been loved. God, so sad hearing that, really was. Quite sad. Oh damn, I just forgot about it. I just got a quick send a message. 1 second, I just thought of something. Because the world's coming to an end if your charger ain't working, is it? Damn. My charger's going in and out. I don't know what's happened there, but the charger is charging 1 minute. I look in the top corner and it's not charging. So I think it's on the way out. So I hope I'm getting my messages as I should, because StreamYards, last time I was on, I was not getting messages like in time. So I might just swap over and go and see what things are like on YouTube before, just to double check I'm getting the messages. Oh no. And my friend is unbelievable. My friend has started a live a little while ago. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, I'm not getting the messages on StreamYards. Because my last message was all bloody gadgets from Tony Gilmartin. But on YouTube, I've got hello all good guys, what's happening Tony Martin, Kenzie Cush. Thank you Kenzie, that's nice. I love cooltools because he's a warrior. Lovely. It's like, yeah, I think some females feel like that in relationships a bit. I mean, I kind of, I kind of been in a reasonable situation for some time. A couple of little blips here and there, but I do feel I'm quite lucky in some senses, but I shouldn't really say it, but I think, do you know when somebody's probably in love with your family a bit more than yourself? That's why it feels like a bit to me nowadays. It's a bit sad, but when things change, I always give someone the opportunity to go off and do their own thing. If something changes for the worse, for the better, whatever, yeah, or however, I always give them an opportunity. Maybe you're attracting the wrong kind of man, Kenzie. Because often, some people have their own agenda, you know, their own path. Certain sorts of people can be selfish. And certain types of people can be not the type of people that, you know, can love one woman, to be honest, if I'm really honest. I know plenty of all different sorts of people. It's quite funny because my mum and dad, you know, they weren't perfect all their life, you know, but my mum always said you have to work at it and all the rest of it. But then again, if you not feel like you're in a reasonable situation to do that, who knows? But I'd like to talk to you about, at some point, Kenzie, it'd be nice to talk to you about, you know, how things are going with your grandson and stuff like that. I mean, I shouldn't really target in on one kid, but it's probably something I know a bit about. And I ain't really opened up about that subject. And a lot of stuff on these lives. Jesus, sometimes I come off, I go to sleep, and I wake up later and I think, wow, I've really... But then again, I think it's a bit like therapy. And whether some people... I always... Right, okay, let's explain it this way. When I was 19, there was a load of kids that got involved with a situation. They were suing this place where I'd been, this boarding school. And we all got tracked down. They tracked us down, this solicitors company, private investigator, whatever. They all tracked us down. Some gave detailed names and this and that, and I think they got lists that they have to subpoena off councils and stuff like that, and previous addresses, all that shit. They tracked us down. And it turns out they were putting a group claim in about things that had happened there. But when I was 18, 19, I was glad to be away from that, and I didn't need anything. I had a great life. I was getting more than my fair share of everything, and without being too graphic, and it was fun. I had everything I wanted. I didn't need anything. I had a great social life. I had lots of friends and interesting stuff. And why would I want to go? We had to debrief with these solicitors and this legal firm. You had to debrief about every single year, every single term, everything you could remember, the dates, everything. And I found that out from someone else who was actually doing it. And I wasn't really in touch with many people from there. I'd hear stories occasionally, but I wasn't massively in touch with only my very best friend, 38 years, who passed away Christmas last year, 21st. God, I'm dreading it. Dreading it. It's a year on the 21st. It was the guy with the pacemaker I mentioned the other night. Anyway, so yeah, to debrief, and he didn't want to do it either, even though his life's a bit different to mine, but we're still in contact, regular. He didn't want to do it either, and they promise you, oh, you get 50,000, 60,000, all this shit. But it didn't matter to us. Me and him were in the same frame of mind. I didn't want to go through all these stupid debriefing and affidavits and talking about all this stuff. Because it wasn't just about your stuff. It's about things that you remember about other things. I might have described before that I hello, mate.
Oh yeah, hello. I'm here. I'm here. So how you
Top
doing?
man,
What's
come
happening,
in for
everyone?
5 minutes, get your head down.
Yeah,
But
no,
no,
it's all
it's
right.
like,
No, I'm fine. I'll just sit back.
yeah, I am Tony, yeah.
Yeah, just do your monologue, cool tools.
Sorry?
I say, just do your monologue and get everyone up to speed and that right. And I can sit
Yeah,
back.
so,
I'm gonna I'll make
yeah,
a quick
okay.
cup
So
of tea.
briefly, it was just about the school that I was at, and there was the kid that got mentioned in that game who got the message out, David, but his name is David Croak, and his feet all got damaged when he was dragged across the playground, etc., and all the rest of it. And he was one of the main ones involved in this group claim. I was approached, so was my best friend of 38 years, who we knew from the other school, Frogwell. Look it up, Frogwell School in Chippenham in Wiltshire. Frogs in the well, what does that tell you? You're trapped. From the 50s, that school was sending kids who passed a certain criteria to a boarding school in Bath, a co-ed boarding school, small place, maybe 20, 30 children, from 1950s. It was, frogs in the well, frog well. What's that tell you? You don't get out when you're frogs in the well, do you? And it was that. What a name, for fuck's sake. In my life, I swear. It was like that. That was what it's called, Frogwell School in Chippenham. And since, lots of things have gone on there, and it's only a primary school, and it's not a boarding school, but teachers, one teacher and another teacher had highlighted something, and she was going to talk publicly. She did a interview for the newspaper. The next week, she died in a mysterious car accident. Look at her, teacher, Frogwell School. And then someone else got burnt to death in a fucking Sainsbury's car park. In a car, burnt to death. Sainsbury's in Chippenham. Early hours at morning, burnt, set fire to the whole thing, burnt to death. So anyone that says to me that these things aren't real, I know for a fact they are. I was there in that school, so my little sister. But only 2 of us went from there to the other place. Because I think so many people were objecting, and there was lots of people fighting against it. But then there was a place that you go in between it. It's called Springboard. And it was like an evening you go at this bloody place. And it was to try and convince the families of the kids they wanted to go, to springboard you to Springfields. It's actually known as Springfields Academy now. I'm talking because it's got to come out. I've got to do the book. I've got to do it. But I just want to do the book and maybe to keep it a little bit quiet and not make a big thing out of it while my mum and dad I would need to discuss it with them really. I'd like my mum's input really, but it's hard. Because I did blame them for a lot of years and I blame my mum really. It's hard. You do feel like they put you there. But I tried telling them and different things, but that was at the boarding place. But anyway, Springboard to Springfields is like another way to try and convince you. The whole thing, Wiltshire and half of Berkshire, had special things to allow this to happen. And you can look up 1950s Frogwell School. There's articles and there's people who wrote books from when they left there, 1950, shanghaied and guided to a place in Bath. I know nothing about it, but it was all to do with eugenics and Tavistock. That helped me on the line of what I started researching. Yeah, I am talking about school. Doyle, you're a naughty bastard. Anyway, Doyle, where are you? Where are you in the world? And don't say you're in bloody Ireland in the snow. I just felt like sounding up a little bit more, sorry, but, it is what it is. I'll invite anyone else who wants to come in. And how's the old foot doing, Doyle? Are you recovered yet? I bet you've been able to get on the plane. Yeah, Terry was there, yeah. He wasn't, right? Because I thought Terry was someone else. And I've talked with Terry online about this. And as far as I know, Terry had left there before I got there. But Terry knew the same staff, etc. When Terry got there, he describes it on John Wedge's podcast with him. He got there, he'd been gone through all these bad places in London, Stamford House, where a lot of the London gangsters have been put, and this and that, and ends up in Wiltshire. It was changing from Greenacres to Springfield. There's a farm there and 3 units and all this. But it's only just opening when he got there. But he got his welcome reception smacked by a fucking ex-army guy and thrown down the stairs. And it's to try and break you. Break your will, that's nothing really, but it is what it is. And I do feel, because even now, you'll go and look at Springfields Academy, Wiltshire. Sinister where they built the second part of the place. It could be anywhere in Wiltshire, couldn't it? But right on top of the bloody underground bases in Gorsham, next to the computer centre. Fucking no way, man. No, I don't buy that. For what I know. No. Because we were taken in cars and we were waking up, coming back from apparently where there was a place like that in Newbury. The road was coming, there's only one road coming back. I wake up after going out at 9 in the morning. I told my parents this. I wake up next to my mate, Mark. All of his family's first names are Mark. His dad was Morris Oldfield, MI6. His granddad. And his dad went missing. So did his uncle, went missing. His uncle's involved with tubular bells. Went missing. He apparently hid in a farmhouse in Wales. 6 years. Didn't ever leave. But his dad, my mate's dad, went missing and he'd been gripped by the East Germans as a spy. My mate had grown up believing his dad had gone. And yet, I don't know, I've never read his book and apparently I was meant, hey, well, right, how you doing, mate? Oh, right, Jesus. That is quite funny, Darren. No, yeah. I know I've got no animosity, mate. I think you were fed a load of lies on that lie before, you know, it wasn't true, but anyway. You're welcome here, mate. Come on if you want. You know, I don't know whether you fancy doing that, but, you know, no issue. But yeah, it's funny how somebody can fit a timer, for God's sake. I mean, it's almost sort of comical that people can make the joke, but in the sense, that's what we do in the West, in a way. Mainly in English. Where you been, rights, anyway? Come on, Doyle, get yourself on. I want to see your bloody foot. But it was Ellis, wasn't it? It was Ellis who ended up at that place. He talks about it on John Wedges. But yeah, I'm sure that, I mean, he explained it was very difficult for him. He'd never been hit by an adult before. And all the rest of it. He said Stamford House. I mean, it's all that, them places, it was all about fighting for you. It's the same at Springfield when it got full. You had to fight, and you know, you had to be nasty. I ain't really nasty now, I don't know how to get nasty with certain sorts. And looking back on it, I feel a bit bad, but some people were clearly in bad situations in their home life and whatever lives, or, you know, we've been looking after them. I learnt that later on, you know. Maybe they're acting out, they were doing some weird shit. But a few times I had to get pretty damn nasty and brutal. And then that reflected, because messages and things would get back to staff. Next thing you know, you got bloody parents' evening and all this shit comes up. You know, he's brutal, he's this, he's that. I didn't say anything, me. Because it's like, what the fuck? It's like, I'm not gonna talk about weird shit and weird people that I know were acting up, but it still shouldn't happen. But you had to do what you had to do. And Terry, he explained, he had said that, but when he got to Wiltshire, he said it's a different level. But he only mentions it on Wedges. I've not read the book, so I don't know. But I had some direct messages to Terry. But yeah, he took advantage of being co-ed. At least it was consensual with the girls, because some of the girls were a little bit promiscuous, let's say. But yeah, fair play to him. I honestly thought he was someone else, because there was another kid that had done exactly the same goddamn thing. So apparently got one of the girls in a little bit of trouble. And on a couple of occasions, I'd helped look out for this particular activity, being one of the younger ones, you know. So you know, it was either looking out for that activity or looking out for them smoking, you know. Kenzie, you stole a milk float. Hereford will get it to you. Oh, bloody hell, Turner. I tell you what, though, the person who I thought was going to get me a little bit of film and television work comes up with that thing in Hereford. Bizarre. You know,
Cool tools. I'm
yep.
sorry. Yeah, I'm falling asleep here, mate. I've got to go to
I'm
bed.
probably put you to sleep, haven't I?
No, mate. No,
I'm
honestly.
ready to go soon anyway, Art. So you get your
Okay,
head
so
down.
can I just say goodbye to everyone? I'm a bit tired. I'll see you all later on. Catch you later, cool tools.
Okay, mate. You take care. I'll see you tonight.
All right, mate.
He was off quick as out. At least he put his head round the door, didn't he? You know. For a laugh, cool tools, isn't it? What was for a laugh? You stole a milk float, bloody hell. Did you get any yogurts out of it? I'm a bit of a yogurt addict. I like the old yogurts. I'm drinking orange juice and it's kind of made my stomach acidy. Not good. But yeah, I suppose it would be a laugh. Was it electric, Kenzie? I hope the batteries were charged. Old Turbo, he tries a warrior, innit? I took him right down the garden path this fucking week, haven't I? He blames everything on me. Cool dude, 10-hour lives, 9-hour lives. If you get talking and it's half interesting, I'll hang around me. But if it gets boring, I mean, I did a 4-minute live the other week. I'm sure one or two of you came in. I mean, how stupid can you be? I mean, God, it was like pulling teeth. And Art said he'd turn up and he didn't. He fucking stood me up. You know, you need someone to bounce off, I'll be honest. So Doyle, get yourself on quick. I want to see your fucking foot. If you don't, I'm going to end it. I've got no shame. I'm not I'm not asking for likes. I'm not asking for donate. I'm not asking anyone to join Top Cashback anymore. Fucking hell, that was a ball ache, wasn't it? Someone told me it was a good idea. I'm not saying I was doing anything wrong, but it seemed alright at the time. Because I had a right old result off of that. And I'm going to we'll get some Christmas stuff together. It's not too bad. Here we go. Now then, right, how you doing, my brother?
How you doing there, Too Cools? What's going on?
You still can't do it, can you? Anyway, yeah, I'm not too bad, mate.
Oh, wait a minute, I gotta shut
I
this
missed
off.
you for a bit. Where you been?
Hold on, I gotta shut. I'm getting the feedback. There you go. I got it. Just been looking at the government. That's all. See what's going on. Got some more information. What's going on? So
Hey, right, you always have the good news, you don't you?
What's that?
You always have the good news, don't you?
Well, I try to. I mean, a lot of people don't want to watch it because it's the truth what I say out there. But right now, I'm trying to get myself situated. I'm trying to buy some gold and go maybe go to Bitcoin. Start buying some
What are you,
stuff there.
just hang on a minute. What are you going on about, Darren, for fuck's sake?
Hmm.
Get yourself on here for 2 minutes. Let's watch you fall asleep. Darryl, someone saying he's taking 3 sleeping tablets and overdosing for the day. What sort of comment's that?
Hold on, let me
Come
see
on.
what's. But don't bother me. Don't bother me a bit.
Well,
You know
but
why?
no,
Because
Doyle's
I
going
do
to come on to show his foot.
I do my homework. We'll see what it is. Let's see. Let's see.
So I've watched a few of your videos, but do you know what? I've been a bit despondent because I've been on lives. You know who are hostages, don't you?
Say it again.
You know who are art hostages, don't you?
Hostages?
Art hostage.
I don't know why I'm not hearing
Art
you.
hostage. You're sub to his channel, aren't you?
Hold on here. Yeah,
Let me just get you the link because
yeah. I'll subscribe to your channel. Yeah, when you come on, I know you're
no,
on.
Art Hostage's channel. I thought you were sub to him. That's why you
No,
never come on
no,
the
no.
live.
I'm not. No, not at all.
Right, okay. I thought you were sub to him for quite a while. And I always wondered why he didn't come on. So what I'll do is I'll get you a link to his channel, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And we've been doing some long lives, mate. Long lives. Yeah. Let me tell you, if I told you the reason I ain't been on one or two of yours, even though I seen them late, if I told you we'd done about 60 hours from last Saturday,
Wow, that's a lot of hours.
and if I told you there was probably out of those 60 hours, and I'm being really truthful, because if it's shit, it's shit. Simple. You know me, if it's shit, it's shit, yeah? But let me tell you, yeah, out of them 60 hours, I bet you there was a lull. Here we are, Doyle.
Right.
How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Rights, this is
Right.
Doyle, friend of mine. He's from
Right.
Ireland originally.
How you doing,
Big,
Doyle? Glad to know you. Any friend of Doyle, Cool Tools, is a friend of mine.
Right.
you've talked to Doyle before, I believe.
Have I?
Yeah. I've just put Art
Right.
Hostages a link to one of his videos. Go and subscribe because
Okay.
uh, you know I thought you were subscribed at rights. But anyway, Doyle, so how you doing? You look tan, mate.
Right. Saw some of those
Yeah.
videos.
What's that? I'm having a hard time hearing. I don't know why. This damn. Say it again, please.
I saw some videos.
Oh, you're roboting.
Those.
Oh dear.
He's roboting.
Can you just say where you are, Doyle? Oh, he's come off again. Oh no. Do you know what? I really, really hate it when that happens. Because he absolutely, he always tries making me this Doyle. Doyle, try it again, mate, and we'll see. If it don't work out, it don't work out. I know you've tried. I'm happy with that, mate.
Well, I hate to say this, but if you want me to, I'll use my StreamYard because I have more. I have a stronger computer, 64
I mean, I don't
memory.
know whether that'll work. I
Well,
mean,
it's apparently something's not working right. Well, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to go
right,
that way, we'll go
okay,
that
so
way.
listen. Everybody here, we'll try one more time with Doyle. Yeah? If it doesn't happen, we'll go over to Rights, yeah? But you're going to have to put your link up, Rights. You're a
Oh,
mod on here, aren't you, Rights?
I don't know how to put my link up. That's the problem. How do I do this?
Oh, come on. Um,
I mean,
right, let me just.
no one ever
If
taught me
not,
that.
I'll go and get it. Don't worry.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a bit annoying when he always tries for me to Doyle. Try again, Doyle, mate, please. And I'll get Rights just in case you have to move. But yeah, it might work better on your yeah. And don't worry, people. Wright's in doing it to get our subscribers
No, I'm
because
not.
he's
In fact, I wish you guys wouldn't subscribe to me, honestly. And I'll tell you the truth.
yeah.
There's a
I
reason
mean, the
for it.
thing is, yeah,
Yeah, there's a reason for it. Believe me, there is.
yeah, because he's a bit hot.
Yeah.
But no, definitely come over. Right. So we on the one that's got 63 subs or 56?
56. What? I don't know which. Okay, it'd be
You
right.
know when you're hitting it hard when somebody clones your channel, people.
Oh, it'd be
Yeah, but I'm
FO4.
not subscribed to the one with 56.
Okay, it'd be right 4 FO4, the letter 4. Sadar.
Right, FO4,
Yeah.
63
Rights
then.
4 vets. Yeah.
Yeah, someone's cloned you again.
Yeah, that'll be mine. Hmm.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Right, hang on,
I'll tell you about
people.
that one.
Okay. It's like you, I mean, people, what I'll do, yeah, is I'll have to put in a link to one of his lives. That's all I know how to do. And then you'll have to subscribe that way. So I'll share one of his lives, and then you'll have to get on the channel that way, yeah. But we'll see. Right, I'm going to go back to mine now, Doyle. Hang on.
All they have to do is put down rights, like what says on my
Yeah, I'm
flag
just
here.
going to check
Right,
whether Doyle's back.
rights 4
Doyle,
vets.
mate, are you around? No, he's not. Try coming back in.
Is Doyle on the writing here? Is he writing?
I
No.
don't know. I'm going to just put your link up. I mean, Rights thinks it's not a great idea for you to subscribe, people, but that's a link to one of the. I think you might have to subscribe for a short time, I suppose. I don't know, but we'll see what happens
Give me
now.
5 minutes and I'll get the things. You keep
Yeah, but
talking.
we're not going to do it just yet. We're going to see whether
Okay.
Doyle
All right.
gets on the case because he'll try again. He always does. He always tries for me,
Yeah, we'll
and
see.
he's good stuff. But do you know what it is? He's gone away, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He looks very, very tanned. I meant gone away from this stupid weather that we got here. Freezing. -13 it was meant to go to tonight.
Wow.
-13, but I don't think it's got to that. It's about, they do that to scare you and shit you up, don't they?
Mm-hmm. They
Um,
do.
it's like about -3, I think it got to on average. We got people all over the country that have put comments in, to what it's got to, and it didn't seem too cold here.
If you can, people, if we do go to my stream, please just write down rights 4 vets. Rights with an S.
4 as in the number 4.
Yeah, FO4 so that are vets. And please don't subscribe unless you have to. Oh God, please don't.
Unless you
Please.
have to, well, but you know what it is. It's like right. It's because he speaks his mind. Is a little bit controversial. All it is they just monitor you, don't they? And they try and duplicate what you're doing, and then change it a bit, don't they? Is that right?
Yeah, they are. They are. I'm watching myself.
So they duplicate what he's doing. I mean, would they
What
bother doing that?
we're doing is we're hitting home, and they ain't liking it. So
Come
that's
on
not.
in, Doyle. Have a crack at coming in again, mate.
If not, Doyle, you can try it up here, and then we'll try my channel. See what happens with you.
We'll set it up right. It's ready.
Let's see if he can come on.
It doesn't matter to me, mate. You know what I mean? It's better to go onto a system that might not do that. I'm on the phone, aren't I? I can do it on the tablet, but I'm not happy doing it on the tablet.
Ah, okay.
So Vinny, Memmy, Kenzie, I bet. Kenzie was the whole street thinking of weed, lol. Oh well. You got stitched out your crops. You know what? It's so common that. I might have told the story when there's 2 guys I know. They're just joiners. They're not they ain't got no crops going. And a girl, got peed off, and because of a relationship issue, I think he dumped, like, the guy and his son lived together, and the son had dumped a girl and gone with another girl, stuff like that, and she got pissed off, and she told a group of guys that they had crops all over the area, and that they had a crop in the basement at their place, a big semi-detached 3-floor Yorkshire stone type building with a big garage and all that, and separate. So she led them to believe there's a big crop. Next thing you know, they sleep on the middle floor. There's 3 guys coming in up the stairs in balaclavas, and it's kicking off. So big fights happening at like the stairs and on the first landing. A big building, big house really. And the plan was for them, they were going to convert it into a B&B and then move on, sort of thing. That was the idea, as their joiners and, in the building trade. It was like when they'd run out of work during the day or whatever job finished, they'd go back home and work on that. Yeah, that's what they were doing. Anyway, these guys coming up the stairs and a big fight happens. One of them grabs a cookery knife. I ain't going to say where he got that from. A cookery knife is fucking heavy. It's better than a machete. A cookery knife is what the Gurkhas use. It's what all other armies on the planet are shit scared of. Little Nepalese guy, little strong Muslim Nepalese guy with a fucking knife that's as heavy as 5 machetes. Big, thick, it's like over an inch thick on the back. A cookery knife. Anyway, he had that. I don't know where he got it from, to be honest. He might have bought it off some idiot. Anyway, he did one little swing down the stairs. He cut the guy's muscle out of his arm. The guy's muscle flopped out of his arm through his clothing and his whatever he had on, his dodgy suit, whatever, and his tracksuit, whatever he had on, I don't know. And they described it to me. He said his arm muscle flopped out of his arm. Big fight happened. It's kind of ended. Someone had called the police and this and that, and yeah, they're in court for attacking somebody that was in their house, coming up their stairs, and he's getting done for Section 18 on somebody with a cookery knife. It sounds so brutal, doesn't it? And he cut the muscle out of his arm. The guy went off running down the stairs screaming as he's holding his muscle with his other hand. His bicep. I mean, it sounds fucking crazy, doesn't it? But yeah, that's what happened, and that is what's caused by this culture. People taking up as gross. People have been killed over it loads of times in the UK. It's a massive culture, right? It's huge. And you had everything boxed, Kenzie. God. Someone's talked too much. Too many people, too many mouths. Come on, Doyle, have one more go and then we'll go over to rights if this is a problem. Kenzie, somewhere, somehow, someone's talked. I don't care. And that's all it is. It's loose ships. Sink ships. Bank on next door murderer being in grass. What does BYR mean? BYR, what's that mean? Is that person you was on about? The one that had, yeah, it's so, you know what I mean? You might not even really say anything. It could be just the silliest of incarnation, and you got to be so careful. I mean, you'd never know if you were getting, unless it came out in a trial or something. You'd never know if you were getting targeted in like some electronic way. They don't ever usually say it. I mean, I'm amazed. They had to say it with EncroChat, really, in a sense, because it's just so big and so many people. Doyle, where are you, mate? Come on. We're going to go over to rights. Do you want to try it in rights? But yeah, Kenzie, it's such a... What does BYR mean? Yeah, Vietnamese, oh God. But do you know, the Vietnamese, they're being targeted to death. There's loads of people that I was being almost bloody questioned about bugs. Yeah, right. They find out somebody's doing X, Y, and Z growing cannabis, yeah?
Hmm.
And then they bug their car and find out where the grows are and where their stash house is and all that, yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh
And
wait. Go on.
I was getting questioned almost. And I actually said to the guy, I said, what's this, a fucking interrogation? You know what I'm like. But the guy's asking me all different questions about, you know, devices that can, you can see on an app and things that you can track cars with and X, Y, and Z. What are the best ones? What do you think? What would you do if you wanted to track your girlfriend? Fucking track my girlfriend. Like this, all this sort of talk. But I knew it wasn't about that. But yeah, then later on, I find out one of the kids is, he ended up, he was targeting the Vietnamese in Manchester. And they were getting a lot of success. The Vietnamese are a little bit, you think they're smart, but in our society, in a way they're not. They got cornered in a place. They were in a Mercedes, these Vietnamese, yeah. They got cornered in a place. They had all the stuff in their car. It'd all been clocked. Everything, dealt with and, you know, dried and cut and all that. They had it all there. It was like, I don't know, probably 10, 12 kilo bags, all vacuum sealed. And they just put their hands up. Didn't want to know, mate. Gave it all away. You'd think there'd be an after effect, but there wasn't. They did that to so many people. Uh, the group that I knew one of the guys from, they did it so many, and it was all Vietnamese who were targeting.
Amazing.
Come on, Kenzie, right? That's a bit silly, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Kenzie,
is.
right? You
We're
should
heading
have
for.
been schooled from day dot. I was told that from day dot. As soon as I could barely stand up, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not, saying anything about anyone that, been around you, but I kind of learnt that early on that there's so many green people, so many. And especially if, you're doing something, getting away with it, it's, I don't know, there's so many variables when it's going down to growing cannabis, things like that. It's like, I know people have been grassed up who had a tent in his spare cupboard, one of them cannabis tents. He's just grown 2 plants, something daft like that, it wasn't very many. And he got grassed up because, an argument over a car parking space, shit like that. I mean, people are so bitter and people think they should have their way. And if it means getting you in trouble and all the rest of it, he didn't get no real issue from it. He got a slap on the hand, but that ain't the point. He then realised what and who had done that. And that's the problem, you see. Anyway, so, here we go. Come on then, Doyle, mate. Let's have a go with Doyle again.
Come on up,
Right.
Doyle.
How you doing, mate?
I just have a quick question for the. Will I cash in or let it ride? Let it ride. Will I let it ride?
He's breaking up again.
Go on, mate. Go on.
You'll lose all the money or make 700.
Sorry, mate.
Well, we had this.
Where are you now?
France.
You're in France. You're in the south of France, yeah?
No, I'm not in South France.
You're not in the south. God, well, how come you got a tan like that?
Blood pressure, mate.
Oh, come on, mate. Don't say that. You seem like
Philippines.
you're really tanned. I thought you'd gone to
Philippines.
Croatia. Eh? Oh, no, no, don't. How's your ankle doing? Are you up and about a bit then, yeah? Yeah, man.
Well,
Good,
tell
good.
that to my, non-girlfriend.
Yeah. No, that's all good, mate. It's all good. Yeah, it's
Thanks,
nice to
mate.
talk to you after a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. Good call. Thank you. Shit.
It's nice to talk to you after a while, and I'm glad that you've been able to get on. I mean, I ain't done a live, have I? I've been on Arts, but a lot of people think there's too many people watching now on Arts or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot of people that you know don't understand what it's like to be laid up, and fucking hell, I'm understanding that. I don't want to go too much into it, mate, but it's hard going, isn't it? You get a
Well, I'll
lot
tell
of
you what,
people.
it's surprising to see how people react. How
Yeah,
people react to. That's interesting.
you'd be a pain in the ass.
What do
You
you do
will.
with flying fuck? What do you
Are
do
you all set up for like what are you doing at Christmas? You staying over there?
with share away?
Yeah. No, that's all good. So, are we going to go over to rights?
That's the plan, yeah. That's the plan.
Okay, we'll go over to rights, yeah?
Well,
I'll
All
put
the
right.
that
house is
link
open.
up.
There's somebody looking after it, and Amanda said, stay for me, I'm right to do you want,
I can't
you know,
understand him. I really can't.
phone
He's
the
breaking.
place
Yeah,
down.
because he's a little bit what's the word?
Need
He's a
plenty of
little bit
money.
fresh and it's not the greatest connection. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to share one of Wright's streams and
Hold on.
set the live up, please, Wrights.
Let me get the stream running. Hold on
Thirsty,
here.
thirsty.
And then
Let
will
me
you
get.
all please come over?
Hold on. Hold on here. Bear with me here. I gotta get things started here. Only gonna take
Because
me
I
a
think
short.
we'll be able to listen to Doyle. You going to come straight on the panel, Doyle? And we'll have a proper chat. Because what it is, it's not, we can't hear you perfectly. And also, we're a little bit inebriated, that's fine. But also there's a little bit of an echoing. Yeah.
Next day, extreme.
Do you know what? I've been
Three,
at
four,
it.
five.
I didn't have a drink till fucking 3 o'clock.
No, mate. Listen, I'm
I
right
didn't have
to
a
you.
drink till 3 o'clock.
Can't
No.
see the chat. Fuck me, we lost it actually.
No, it's nice. It's nice. I love the people that come in.
This stuff
I don't
about
always
here.
agree with Tony, but listen, Tony don't always agree with me, but he's a dark horse, that guy.
I
Proper
don't.
dark horse. And Kenzie's
Okay.
lovely, and I got more things to talk about Kenzie about. And
All right. I'm all set here. So I'll wait till you guys come on up and I'll start this up right now.
okie
Catch you guys in short.
dokie,
All
set
right.
it
Catch.
up. We're going over to
Okay.
rights
Look,
for them.
remember what I said? Yeah,
Okay, mate.
remember what I said?
I'll see you over there, yeah?
Yeah.
The link's there in the
Good
chat.
man.
Have you got it? All right, Doyle. Take care, brother.
Cheers, man.